Hi guys, JT here, and today I'm bringing you some information on the Humble Bundle Iceberg Interactive Hidden Gems Bundle of January 2026. To help you answer the question, should you buy it? By using the links in the description below, you'll gain access to this bundle and support the channel in the process. Before I begin, I thank you the viewers for watching my silly videos. I hope they're helpful. Most importantly, knowing that you're watching it means the world. But first, a word from our sponsor, JT After Dark. You've read the threads, you've seen the warnings, but you haven't heard them like this. I'm JT. I take the internet's most terrifying stories and give them a voice. From Reddit's deepest archives to the legends that haunt the web, I bring the horror to life. Join me on JT After Dark. Subscribe now and let's see what's hiding in the shadows. Anyway, let's get into this. And number 1 we have King of Retail, a detailed business management simulator that puts you in charge of building your own retail empire from the ground up. You start small, running a single store where you decide what to sell, how to design your layout, and who to hire. Every decision matters, from pricing and advertising to managing your staff's shifts and personalities. Soon you'll expand into multiple stores, balancing profits, trends, and logistics like a true retail tycoon. What makes this game unique is the immersive level of depth. You'll study customer behavior, experiment with product placement, and fine-tune your store's atmosphere to keep shoppers spending. It's not just about selling, it's about crafting a business strategy that actually works. The feeling of watching your profits rise after a smart layout change or a well-timed marketing push is genuinely satisfying. However, King of Retail is not without flaws. The tutorials can be confusing, and many systems are left for you to figure out through trial and error. Some bugs like pricing resets, stuck customers, and unpredictable staff behavior can be frustrating, especially when managing multiple stores. With the developer now focusing on the sequel, you shouldn't expect further updates or fixes. Despite its rough edges, King of Retail remains one of the most ambitious and immersive store management sims available. If you enjoy slow burn strategy, micromanagement, and the grind of running a business, this game delivers hours of addictive and surprisingly realistic fun. And number 2 we have Clem, a captivating point-and-click Metroidvania adventure wrapped in a beautifully hand-drawn, quirky aesthetic. As a mute ragdoll awakening in the eerie basement of an abandoned mansion, you're tasked with solving a series of puzzles to collect abstract beauties like hope and strength, each represented by an insect. The game's setup is intriguing, blending a lighthearted cartoon style with darker, mysterious undertones. Progressing through the game, you will explore the sprawling mansion, unlocking new areas, and gaining unique powers that make revisiting familiar locations exciting. From shrinking to fit into tiny spaces to using a lens that reveals hidden writings, the variety of mechanics keeps the experience fresh. The puzzles range from straightforward item combinations to intricate logic challenges. While most are clever and satisfying, a few feel unnecessarily obscure or demand precise timing, which can lead to frustration. Thankfully, the game provides subtle hints through the disembodied voice of your mistress, though they're not always enough. The lack of manual saving can be a minor annoyance. Each session begins in the basement, but as you progress, like collected items, is preserved. Despite this, Clem maintains an engaging flow as its story unfolds with dark twists reminiscent of the Rusty Lake series. With an estimated playtime of 3 to 5 hours, Clem offers a compact but rewarding adventure. Its inventive gameplay, stunning visuals, and intriguing narrative make it worth exploring, even if a few puzzles test your patience. Fans of atmospheric, puzzle-driven games should not miss this delightful, eerie experience. And number 3 we have Stars in Shadow, a turn-based 4X science fiction strategy game that serves as a vibrant, polished tribute to the classics of the genre. While many modern sci-fi titles struggle to find their footing, you'll find this indie debut from Ashdar Games a refreshing surprise. It tasks you with exploring the stars, colonizing unique planets, and managing a delicate balance between diplomacy, research, and interstellar warfare. The first thing you'll notice is a striking visual identity. Moving away from the minimalist and hyper-realistic styles common in 4X games, it adopts a brightly colored comic book aesthetic. This retro vibe is paired with a high-tempo soundtrack, creating a welcoming atmosphere as you settle into the just one more turn gameplay loop. You can choose from 7 distinct races, including a unique take on humans as a nomadic race of refugees without a home world. Combat is where the game truly shines for you. The 2D turn-based tactical system is deep yet streamlined. You can meticulously design your own ships, slotting in specific weapons and armor, or use functional auto-designs to keep things moving. As your empire expands, the UI allows you to relay orders to multiple ships easily, ensuring the experience never feels bogged down by micromanagement. While it lacks multiplayer and features a simplified planet building system, the overall balance is excellent. If you're looking for a polished, focused strategy title that captures the magic of the greats, Stars and Shadow is an easy recommendation. And number 4 we have Doomblade. In Doomblade, you're thrust into the shoes of Gloom Girl, the last of the oppressed Gloomfolk, armed with a flying sword that transforms exploration into a thrilling experience. The game excels in making movement a joy, allowing you to dash towards enemies, creating a seamless and exhilarating traversal throughout the gloomy world. As Gloom Girl, your journey begins in dank caves, but with the emergence of the sentient red sword, Doomblade, you embark on a quest to overthrow the Dreadlords, infusing a delightful dynamic of slicing and dicing. The core of the gameplay lies in the progression of abilities. Initially slow and melancholic, Gloom Girl transforms into a dynamic force with the Doomblade. From air dashes to the ability to pass through walls using shadow form, each new power significantly impacts your approach to the environment. The meticulous design of the world, with various powers in mind, is a testament to Muro Studios' expertise. Doomblade doesn't shy away from rewarding exploration, offering collectibles like heart pieces, artifacts, and relics. The constant sense of progression, coupled with the option to upgrade using collected bones, creates a rewarding gameplay loop. However, the enemies, armed with projectiles, pose a formidable challenge. Dodging these attacks can be frustrating, and the sluggishness of Gloom Girl outside the sword dashing adds to the challenge. Boss fights stand out as engaging encounters, each requiring a specific strategy for victory. Despite occasional frustrations with environmental hazards and a somewhat lackluster story, Doomblade excels as a fantastic Metroidvania. The joy of exploration, unique abilities, and exhilarating combat against massive bosses make it a compelling experience for fans of the genre. And number 5 we have Blazing Sails, a pirate-themed PvP game that combines ship-to-ship combat with classic battle royale elements. This fast-paced multiplayer game lets you and your crew fight to survive in thrilling naval and land-based battles. In Blazing Sails, you start by creating your own pirate and choosing from a variety of customizable ships, including the classic brigantine, the fast junk ship, and the small but powerful sloop. Teamwork is crucial, as each crew member must take on tasks like steering, repairing, and firing cannons to ensure the ship's survival. The game features different modes, including Treasure Hunt, where you race to collect and turn in treasure chests, a unique pirate-themed battle royale that mixes naval warfare with land skirmishes. For those wanting immediate action, Galleon Conquest delivers intense broadside battles with massive ships. Combat is exciting, with players choosing from a wide range of pirate weapons, such as sharpshooters, shoulder cannons, and even a fish launcher. Battles can get chaotic, requiring skillful navigation, well-timed attacks, and coordination with your crew to outlast opponents. Though comparisons to Sea of Thieves are inevitable, Blazing Sails stands out with its fast-paced gameplay, focus on teamwork, and dynamic ship battles. While it may not have the open-world depth of its competitor, it's an excellent option for anyone looking for a quick and fun pirate combat with friends. And number 6 we have Tech Support, Error Unknown, a simulation adventure game that places you in the virtual seat of a remote technical support specialist for a mobile company called Quasar. In this uplink-light desktop thriller, you spend your days navigating a simulated OS, managing chat windows, and resolving customer issues using a library of canned responses. What starts as a mundane grind of telling people to turn their devices off and on again quickly spirals into a web of corporate espionage, hacktivism, and moral dilemmas. As you progress, the game challenges you to balance efficiency with ethics. You can choose to be a model employee, climbing the corporate ladder by upselling services, or you can join a shadowy hacktivist group named Indigo to undermine your employer from within. You might even find yourself cooperating with police investigators or blackmailing customers for personal profit. Every choice you make leads towards one of the over 20 different endings, giving you significant agency over the narrative. However, you'll likely find that the execution frequently falters. While the premise is intriguing, the mechanical reality is often frustrating. You must deal with buggy software, both the fictional kind and the actual game code, ranging from illogical dialogue loops to broken quest triggers that can stall your progress. The rigid Papers, Please style pressure often clashes with the slow-burning mystery, forcing you to rush through story beats to avoid a game over. Despite its clever concept and biting social commentary on corporate culture, the game's technical flaws often make it feel like a genuine, unrewarding work. At number 7 we have Hellbreach Vegas, a wave-based first-person shooter where you face off against endless waves of demonic foes in the neon-drenched streets of Las Vegas. Developed by a single passionate creator, this game offers solo and co-op play for up to 4 players. It is a chaotic blend of survival, strategy, and Vegas-style gambling. In this game, you unlock a variety of weapons, over 19 firearms and melee tools, to tear through 10 types of enemies. Each wave gets tougher, forcing you to strategize your upgrades and spend your hard-earned in-game cash wisely. Perks, weapons, and power-ups are randomized, and slot machines add a gambling twist, letting you spin for boosts, cosmetics, or new gear. The gameplay is fast-paced and engaging, with modes like Survive, where you endure endless waves, and Trapped, a smaller high-stakes variation. Other options like Gun Pro and Nightmare keep things fresh, but some of the content feels repetitive over time. While Hellbreach Vegas boasts solid gameplay, its visuals are a weak point. The maps and character models lack polish, giving it an amateur feel despite its Unreal Engine 5 base. The gunplay, though functional, could use refinement to feel weightier and more satisfying. Hellbreach Vegas is a fun indie experience, especially if you're into co-op wave shooters like Call of Duty Zombies. With more polish and content, it has the potential to become a standout title in its genre. For now, it is a hidden gem, worth a spin. At number 8 we have Mahoukenshi, a tactical deck-building strategy game steeped in Japanese mythology where you take on the role of a samurai mage. This game tasks you with protecting the floating celestial islands from corrupting forces. You begin by choosing one of 4 distinct great houses: Ruby, Sapphire, Jade, or Topaz, each offering a unique playstyle, ranging from defensive maneuvers of Sapphire to the aerial mobility and aggressive power of the Ruby clan. As you explore the vibrant hex-based 3D maps, you'll find that movement and combat are seamlessly integrated. Every action, including traversing different terrain types like mountains or forests, requires energy or specific cards from your evolving deck. With over 200 beautifully illustrated cards to discover, you can build powerful combos to defeat yokai and oni. You must also manage your character's progression by visiting shrines and villages to gain strength for the battles ahead. While you will appreciate the creative premise and attractive artwork, the game presents a significant challenge. You should be prepared for sudden difficulty spikes and a certain amount of grinding to overcome tougher missions. The lack of an endless mode means your journey has a definitive conclusion, and some may find the replayability limited once the main story is finished. However, if you enjoy strategic depth and don't mind occasional brutality, this title offers a fresh, engaging take on the genre. Its polished presentation and atmospheric soundtrack successfully transports you into a world of magic and steel. At number 9 we have Oriental Empires, a turn-based 4X strategy game set in ancient China that blends the city-building DNA of civilization with the grand scale of total war. You find yourself navigating a hexagonal landscape during the brutal transition from the Bronze Age to the Imperial era. As you lead one of many historical factions, your goal is to unify the fractured land through military conquest, cultural influence, or by being recognized as the Son of Heaven. The game's most distinctive feature is a simultaneous turn-based combat. Unlike traditional 4X titles where you micromanage every swing of the sword, here you set broad tactical orders and watch as the results play out in real time. This system finds a satisfying middle ground for you if you enjoy strategic planning but feel overwhelmed by the frantic nature of real-time battles. You also have the content of a harsh, unpredictable world where random catastrophes like floods, plagues, and peasant revolts can devastate your progress. Visually, you'll appreciate the gorgeous presentation, which features detailed terrain that shifts with the seasons and a tech tree themed after mahjong tiles. However, you might find the faction diversity somewhat lacking, as many bonuses feel like minor stats tweaks rather than game-changing traits. While the diplomacy and trait systems feel heavily borrowed from other genre giants, the focused historical scope provides a holistic experience. If you're looking for a polished strategy title that captures the atmospheric tension of ancient Chinese history, Oriental Empires is a rewarding challenge. At number 10 we have Lunacy, St. Rhodes, a first-person psychological horror adventure that immerses you in a dark supernatural mystery surrounding your ancestral home. The game tasks you with returning to the eerie town of St. Rhodes to investigate the brutal murder of your family. As you explore the claustrophobic environments, you must piece together clues, solve intricate puzzles, and confront the malevolent forces that haunt the shadows of your past. The game's greatest strength lies in its atmospheric world building and exceptional sound design. You'll find that the ambient noises, creaking floorboards, distant whispers, and the unsettling sound of rain create a persistent sense of dread that keeps your heart racing. The visual presentation is detailed and effectively captures a gothic, chilling mood. One unique mechanic you may appreciate is the need to periodically clean your character's glasses, which adds an extra layer of tension during high-stakes moments. However, your journey through St. Rhodes may be hampered by significant technical flaws. The game lacks clear guidance, often leaving you frustrated while navigating its non-linear paths. Furthermore, the stealth mechanics and enemy AI can feel unpolished. Encounters with the relentless antagonist often result in clunky chases that break the immersion. Despite these shortcomings and a somewhat outlandish plot, the game offers a tense experience with two distinct endings to discover. If you're a dedicated horror enthusiast who enjoys a slow-burn mystery and can overlook some mechanical roughness, this haunting exploration of family secrets provides a genuinely unsettling adventure. At number 11 we have Minicology, an interstellar survival sandbox that transports you to a procedurally generated miniverse of tiny spherical planets. Taking cues from titles like No Man's Sky and Stardew Valley, it puts you in the role of a traveler who has crash-landed in a vast miniature cosmos. Your primary goal is to survive by gathering resources, crafting essential tools, and exploring various biomes, from lush forests to scorching deserts, each teeming of unique life forms and secrets waiting for you to uncover. The core gameplay loop centers on resource management and base building. You'll spend your time mining minerals, farming crops, and eventually automating complex processes using irrigation systems and windmills. As you venture deeper into the galaxy, the game introduces technical combat against bosses and hostile predators. You must also remain mindful of your impact on the environment. Your actions can dynamically alter ecosystems, potentially driving local species to extinction if you're not careful. Visually, the game features a charming cartoonish aesthetic that effectively brings its quirky creatures to life. While you might find the worlds occasionally repetitive and the sound effects a bit jarring at times, the intuitive user interface ensures a smooth experience. With over 20 crafting stations and hundreds of items to discover, the sense of progression is rewarding. If you enjoy creative problem solving and a relaxing yet engaging atmosphere, Minicology is a must-play indie gem that offers a unique perspective on the survival genre. At number 12 we have Strange Horticulture, an engrossing puzzle game that places you in the role of a plant shop owner who becomes a plant shop detective in a quaint Victorian town. Armed with a collection of unidentified plants, an aging botany book, and your wits, you embark on a journey to solve numerous mysteries, both big and small, with the world's fate in the balance. The game's primary gameplay revolves around helping customers who visit your shop with limited information about the plants they seek. Using the details provided, you must identify the correct plant from your collection and the entries in your botany book. The game's beautifully illustrated plants, detailed drawings, and elaborate descriptions make solving these mysteries a delightful experience. With nearly 80 plants to manage, each customer presents a unique challenge, requiring patience and close observation. The game also features a map, where you can explore various locations, unlocking new plants and events by deciphering clues received through letters, notes, or cryptic messages. While the map puzzles are less challenging than plant identification, they offer creative variety and satisfying rewards. Strange Horticulture stands out with its branching narrative, where your choices determine the course of the story, and the quality of the writing is on par with the detailed botany book descriptions. The game's meticulous attention to detail allows you to interact with various elements, such as arranging plants, labeling them, and even petting your cat. Replayability is a strong point, with multiple endings and different outcomes based on your choices. Despite the lack of voice acting, the text-based dialogue is skillfully written, adding depth to the characters and the overall narrative. In conclusion, Strange Horticulture offers a captivating blend of detective work, botanical exploration, and branching storytelling. Its meticulous attention to detail, challenging plant identification puzzles, and diverse narrative paths make it a highly engaging and rewarding experience for players who appreciate intricate mysteries in the world of plants. Whether you save or doom the world, you'll find yourself immersed in the role of a dedicated plant detective. Please note that this bundle gives you a 60% off coupon. as opposed to the game itself. And that's all for this bundle. This bundle is a polarizing mix for 4X fans and indie lovers alike. While heavy hitters like Mahoukenshi and Oriental Empires offer serious strategic depth, some gems like Lunacy St. Rhodes feel a bit unpolished. At $10, you're snagging solid value with Doomblade and King of Retail, even if the Strange Horticulture coupon feels like a tease. It's a decent grab for your backlog, provided you're down for a bit of indie jank. In any case, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if this video was helpful, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and maybe consider buying the channel a coffee. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Remember to subscribe to JT after